Thank you for the time given to me. My name is Ni Luh Mertasih, Ngurah Rai University, Bali. Strategies for handling the spread of COVID-19 in Klungkung district. Introduction. The spread of COVID-19 is so fast that it requires handling the spread of COVID-19. Increase in COVID-19 cases in March 2021 in Semarang Village requires an optimal role of the village in dealing with the spread of COVID-19. The village government strategy in dealing with COVID-19 is based the circular letter of the Klungkung region number 411/176 BPBD concerning the extension restriction on the village kelurahan-based micro-community activities and optimizing the COVID-19 handling force at the village kelurahan level to control the spread of COVID-19 Klungkung Regency. The process of handling the spread of COVID-19 in Semarang Village, Kelurahan Regency has been carried out but not been optimal. Lack of education about COVID-19 information to the public, lack of community discipline to comply of health protocol, lack of socialization regarding the import of the health protocol during the COVID-19 pandemic by implementing the 3M, namely wearing face, maintaining distance, and washing hands. There are obstacles with limited facilities and infrastructure that support the handling of the COVID-19. There are delays in budget of handling COVID-19 fund from the central government. Literature review. Public related efforts will is characterized by consistent and repeat with fear what they do make it house with it. The theoretical base used in the study in the implementing theory of Myers Granel 1980 in Subarsono 2021-93 explaining that implementation is influenced by two major variables, namely the content of the policy and implementation environment context. Research method. The research approach is study in qualitative approach, namely by describing the research object, the narrative manner, data collection technique were carried out by observation, interview, literature studies, and online search. According to Sugiono 2017-19 data analysis, the qualitative research is carried out when data collection takes place and after completing data collection waiting certain period. Activities in data analysis qualitative research is carried out interactively and takes place continuously until it is complete so that data is saturated. The activity include the reduction, data display, and conclusion driving or verification. Result and discussion. Analysis of policy implementation using the Myers Granel 1980 implementation theory is Subarsono 2021-93 show. The implementation of handling the spread of COVID-19 in Semarang Village, Klungkung District, Klungkung Regency has not run optimally. This is based the result of the analysis uses the implementation theory of Myers Granel 1980 in Subarsono 2021-93. With each a view from the content of the policy, it shows that the 6 exciting indicators, there are 2 indicators that have not been implemented optimally. The target indicators show that the policy of the relevant to the spread of COVID-19. With the subject being the community indicator, the degree of this that expected to show the degrees of COVID-19 cases in indicator of the location of decision making, namely the leadership on the collaboration between leader, village employees, and the COVID-19 task force, health center of the community. The program implementing indicator is the Semarang Village, Klungkung District, which support the community. Meanwhile, 2 indicators cannot implement of indicator of the benefit reached by the target group, namely the lack of education and socialization with indicator of the resources involved, namely the limit number of facilities, infrastructure such as the limit number of masks, disinfectant, and hand sanitizer which are district-free reaching of the public cannot be done routinely. In terms of the policy enforcement is of the three indicators, there are two indicators that cannot be implemented optimally. The first indicator shows that the implementer of the policy is merupakan subdistrict government, kelungkung subdistrict, while the two indicators that are not optimal in indicator of institutional characteristic, namely delay in the budget of fund from the center, an indicator of the level of compliance and responsiveness of the target group, namely to low level community discipline toward health protocol. Agency, namely judging from the content of the policy, is so content of the indicator of the tips of benefit received of the target group is the lack of education and socialization, as well on the indicator of the research involved, namely the limit facilities in infrastructure, such as the limit obstacle in the implementation solution and handling the spread of COVID-19 in merupakan village, kelungkung districts, kelungkung number of masks, disinfectant, and hand sanitizer that are distributed free of charge to the public cannot be done routinely. The strategy for handling the spread of COVID-19 in Semarang village, Kelungkung district, Kelungkung regency is carried out with integrated cooperation between the government of Semarang village, Kelungkung district, with the COVID-19 task force, BVVD, PKK, youth organization, and the community. Conclusion. The result of the analysis showed that the implementation of handling the spread of COVID-19 in the Semarang village, Kelungkung district, Kelungkung regency has not run optimally because there are still negative benefit and negative impact on the implementation of the policy. The low level community compliance with the policy. Obstacle is implementing the policy lack of the education, low communication discipline, lack of socialization and budget constraint. This condition can be overcome by increasing socialization and education so as the increased public awareness and discipline to comply with health protocol and budget refocusing in handling the spread of COVID-19. This strategy in handling the spread of COVID-19 is carried out with integrated cooperation between the Semarang village government, Kelungkung district, and the COVID-19 task force, BPBD, PKK, youth organization, and the community. Thank you.